Zacks rank buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks rank buys. Whenever we want to get some aggressive growth stock investment ideas, we call on Bill Wilton. He's our aggressive growth stock analyst at Zacks.com. So we called on him again now, and he came down here just as soon as we called with a couple of more ideas for us to consider for aggressive growth opportunity. One is Hospira, HSP, the ticker symbol. They're in the pharmaceutical space?
Correct, and they actually specialize in pharmaceutical injection systems, so IVs, syringes, pre-filled syringes, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. They also do some other business, when you're collecting samples, blood samples, etc. So anytime a needle goes into your body, they make a product for it to either support it or probably the needle that's going into your body.
Great, you can thank them for that.
Yeah. Well, their second quarter results came out a little while ago on July 29th, and they were great. There was actually a 13-cent surprise. They got 73 cents per share. They earned that quarter. Sales were up. They're up 6%. They're almost at $1 billion in sales now. So, the nice thing about that industry is that it's always growing. Whether or not healthcare reform happens, people are still buying these products and services. So they also ended up raising guidance, and analysts were soon to follow. So we're now looking at full year estimates of $284 for this year and $319 for next year. Those are both 13% growth rates on a year-over-year basis. So not only was this quarter good, but they're looking for good things to come for the next year or two.
So the story really is more people are getting sick and need these products and services more. I mean, it's not like they're going to the store to, browse the aisle.
Well, I mean, the wholesalers in hospitals, they will browse the aisle per se. There's other companies that do this type of business. So they can increase their market share amongst distributors, and other people that do purchase their services. But it's not like you and I are opting for the Hospira injection system.
Yeah, right.
But either way, they are one of the newer additions to the number one rank list, and they're still trading at a good value. It's one share is going to cost you about 15 times forward earnings, so not too bad there. And they've also just had an excellent breakout from that upwardly revised guidance about a week ago. So the shares have been surging on analyst upgrades and the recent corporate news.
All right, I'm not opting for any injection system. I just want to be clear and go on the record with that. China Fire and Security Group, CFSG, the ticker symbol, is another company that you want to talk about. You've written about it recently. They make and maintain fire safety systems.
Yeah, and one of the interesting things about this is they specialize in industrial applications in China, which has seen a nice surge in their stimulus package spending, and they've also passed new laws regarding fire protection in industrial environments. So they're seeing a lot more higher quality systems that people are demanding, and they're also getting an increase in bidding from their top tier customers. So these are all good things that they're getting from external sources. So the government intervention is actually helping out their business quite a bit. They reported their second quarter results on August 10th. Revenue was up 37%, mainly due to those things I mentioned before. Earnings per share came in at 29 cents. That was a 6% surprise. And right now, after the estimates have gone up following that report, we're looking at 21% and 23% year-over-year growth for this year and next year, respectively. One interesting thing, they did slip from a number one to a number two, but that's no cause for alarm. As some people may or may not know, timeliness is very much an issue. So they haven't had any recent upgrades. So they're just on the cusp of that number one status. But I wouldn't be surprised to see them regain the number one rank fairly soon. They're also trading at an excellent value. I harp on it all the time, growth at a reasonable price.
Right.
We're looking at a PEG ratio of about 0.75, which is a fantastic value for those double-digit growth rates that I mentioned before. Also, like Hospira, this stock has had an excellent breakout. You can see that shares are climbing rapidly. They've got excellent momentum when you look at the MACD indicators. So all things point to a go for China Fire Safety Group.
All right, do you own either of these two?
I do not.
All right. If you want to check out more aggressive growth stock ideas, then Bill has written about them, certainly, and he's archived them for you. And they're over on the homepage of Zacks.com. As a matter of fact, all Zacks ranked by stock ideas, stock picks, 4 new ones each day, are in the upper right-hand corner of the homepage. But if you click on the headline that's next to aggressive growth, that category, when you get there, it'll take you to Bill's most current stock that he's got his eye on, and then an archive of other stories of other stocks he's written about in the recent past. With Bill Wilton, I'm Terry Ruffalo.